Morning, morning, morning. Sorry to be late. Sorry to be late. Overslept. Nevertheless, we're here now, and events on the track has already started. The the event that has already started is the men 400-meter hurdles for men is on its way. Now we'll just pick up from there now. But for this morning, we'll go through the 400-meter hurdles for men. We'll do the men discus throw. We'll look at the pole vault for women. We'll look at the women 400-meter hurdles repechage. We look at the men 400-meter hurdle repechage, and we look at the women 400 meters round one and the women 200-meter multi-round. So as soon as the activity starts back on track, we'll go over. Sorry for the late start. Sorry for the late start, people. Sorry for the late start. Sorry for the late start. But nevertheless, we are here now and we're going to start. As I said, the first event has run already. The first round of the first heat of the 400-meter hurdles for men has run already. Let me see. Let me see if we can get the result for that for you. Let me get the result for you. So the second heat is on track. Let's listen to the commentary.
That special sub 45, sub 46 run 45.94 came because his motto is catch me if you can. He rises.
So people, so people, so people, so people, we're waiting for the second heat of the 400-meter hurdle to start. As soon as the commentary is up, we'll allow you to hear it. Sorry for the late start. Why, man, I tell you, the morning them come fast, bro. The morning them come fast. Trust me, trust me. The morning them come fast. Morning come fast. So we're waiting for the all right.
The world record holder, the defending champion.
So we're going to the 400-meter hurdles round.
The only one he didn't win was in
400-meter hurdles
he lost to Alison Dos Santos.
for men.
Trevor Bassett, world indoor silver medalist at 400. That was in 2022. World champs bronze in this event that year as well. Ji Xiao and Vit Muller, the Czech Republic athlete on the inside in lane number 2. Samba, Varham, Bassett. That's the big three. The Frenchman will be looking to get in the mix as well. This could be a very fast heat. I agree, and especially on the outside in lane 9, the Frenchman, he may be able to use that to his advantage running blind. Pretty strong on the home straight away. Excited to see what Markham does here in this first round. The Norwegian camp could have been,
So they're on their marks for the second heat of the men 400-meter hurdle. After this race, I will give you the result of the first heat of the 400-meter hurdles.
In the mix as well. Favorite for 1,500 gold. Set.
They're off.
Starts in lane number 5 and expectedly goes on flying, closing down on Edlund of Sweden and going by him. You'll notice the Norwegian is hurdling first. Gerald Nunes of Dominican Republic in lane 8 also moving well. And on the far outside, the Frenchman, Ducot, running a fabulous race. The home crowd in
So the Norwegian is in the lead.
Samba is back in the pack.
The Norwegian is in the lead.
Is in real trouble.
It looks like France is in second. Yes.
All the way to the line. 47.58.
Wow. 47.58 for the Norwegian. The French athlete 47.69. The Qatar athlete 48.35. Those are the three automatic qualifiers for Heat 2 of the 400-meter hurdle for men.
And using the home crowd energy.
47.57 for the Norwegian athlete, winning comfortably Heat 2 of the men 400-meter hurdle.
And Samba battling for that third automatic spot. The top 3 here.
So people, let me go back to the first heat because I was late.
So far.
So let me go back to the first heat. The first heat, the American won in 48.82 seconds. The Jamaican Hyde came second in 49.08. And the British Virgin Island athlete came third in 49.24. Those are the automatic qualifiers from Heat 1.
Upcoming. Upcoming.
So that's the automatic qualifiers from Heat 2 and Heat 1. Now we're going to look at Heat 3 people. Heat 3 people. So Heat 3 will come up on track in short order. In the next 3 minutes, we'll have Heat 3 of the men's 400-meter hurdles. Heat 3 will see Brazil, Botswana, Turkey, Estonia, United States, Japan, Switzerland, and Germany in Heat 3. So the Jamaican qualifying from Heat 1. Heat 3 next is on track. We'll have a Jamaican in Heat 4. We'll have a Jamaican in Heat 4 and a Jamaican in Heat 5. But now we are at Heat 3 in short order. I will tell you the Jamaican in Heat 4 and Heat 5. So people, the first two event was fast. Good morning to everyone. On the platform.
Second at the London Diamond League meet, the last race before the Olympic Games.
So we are going to Heat 3. Now Heat 2 was very fast. The Norwegian athlete winning Heat number 2 of the 400-meter hurdle.
Of the heats and the men's 400 hurdles.
So we're going to look at the 3.
And the next fastest 3 losers advancing. All others to the repechage.
Remember, people, you have the repechage. The repechage, I will explain to you in short order what do we mean by the repechage. The repechage Repechage is a system where you give the losers an opportunity to compete against themselves to see if you can and to pick the best from those persons to place in the semi-final. So every athlete will have an opportunity to redeem themselves through the repechage. So just to remember that if you finish the race, you have to finish the race. You can't be disqualified. You can't not finish the race, and you have to be in the race. So if you're doing those, you will get an opportunity through the repechage system to redeem yourself. So you don't have to worry about not getting it right initially. We'll have the opportunity to redeem ourselves. Yeah, man, Simbini. I really didn't expect Simbini to come to actually compete. Why? Why people you see this thing of the big occasion, the mental toughness, because yesterday I was here and before the 100-meter final, me feel nervous. Me feel nervous like me under the pressure. We can imagine the athletes will have to deal with that pressure. So, boy, rough. No, but we're going to heat three of the 400-meter hurdle for the person who just joined in Jamaica. Hyde qualifies from heat one. Heat two was won by the Norwegian in a fast 47 match time. Now we're going to heat three.
Dos Santos is in lane 2. He has an inside lane.
Dos Santos is one of the top guns
a little
in heat
uncomfortable with the
three.
sharper curves.
They're off. Everybody even approaching the first hurdle.
Green top. Pretty fast for the first 100 meters. Himself and CJ Allen appear to be making the lead at the moment.
So they're off.
Von Bin from Switzerland also running well on the outsides. Allen is doing really well now and looks to have a slight advantage over Dos Santos coming through now on the inside.
Dos Santos is in second. Well, Dos Santos is as the lead now. Estonia is in third, but Estonian athlete is coming up. He's coming up and he wins it on the line. 48-62 for the Estonian athlete. The American Allen is in second, 48-64. And the Brazilian Dos Santos, 48-75 for third. Those are the automatic qualifiers from heat 3 of the 400-meter hurdles. Remember that there would be a repechage for the losing athletes, giving them an opportunity to advance, where all athletes who did not perform will get an opportunity to compete against themselves, where they will pick the top from that list to place with the automatic qualifiers. So
and the Santos is right there with him.
For some reason, people kind of like that system, because you know you work for 4 years and you come on the big day and something can go wrong on the day and you don't perform. You'll be out, but now with this repechage system, you will have an opportunity to redeem yourself. So, what do you think about the system of the repechage?
Blazing Alison Dos Santos, and
what do you think?
At that point,
you think it's fair?
I felt that maybe he was going to be the man to beat this year, but the defeat at the Monaco Diamond League,
all right,
and also in Paris.
So, that was, as a people, what do you think about the system of the repechage, with the persons who don't perform in getting an opportunity to redeem themselves? Yeah, it was a very good run. He comes from third place to first, right at the end. That's a very good run. Very good run. I want to know your comment about the repertoire system where athletes getting a second opportunity, a second, as Jamaicans would say, a bite at the cherry to redeem themselves. So now Heat 4 will be on, and a Jamaican is in Heat 4. Let me see if we can get the name. Clark. Now, on my thing, persons, I'm not getting the first names. I'm only getting the initials. So it is R. Clark of Jamaica who will line up in Heat 4. So we'll have a German, a Nigerian, an Italian, and Kenyan, a Costa Rican, a Frenchman, a Jamaican, and a Netherlands player, athlete. So that's the lineup for the 400-meter hurdles. The 400-meter hurdles. Heat 4 is coming up. The 400-meter hurdle, Heat 4 is coming up. The discus throw for men is going on also. The discus throw for men is also going on. We have persons partaking. So it's Group A. Mullins, the Jamaican, is going to be throwing in the discus. The 21-year-old Jamaican is chose.
Silver medalist in 2021. Oh, that's a great start.
That's a good start for the Jamaican.
That well over 65 meters.
That's a good start.
66-meter automatic standard, but that is an excellent start.
I don't think he meets the automatic qualifying time, the qualifying distance, sorry.
On the 23 title last year, building confidence all the time, knocked out Frederick Dakers at the Jamaican Championships with his late effort 65.18. That puts him into second position overall. Athletes getting ready for the 400 hurdles.
So the 400 hurdles. So the Jamaican is in second place in Group A of the shot put of the discus throw. The discus throw, sorry. Jamaica is in second with a distance of 65.18 meters. Not meeting the automatic qualifying, but is in second place.
A little bit of work to do. Here is heat number 4.
So heat number 4.
The Jamaican is in the lineup.
Listen to the.
He'll start out of lane number 8.
The announcer. So you soon get back the feed in short order. So we're going on to the heat 4 of the 400-meter hurdle men. Remember that the discus throw is on the way also. The discus throw is on the way also. So
world under 20 record holder, the Jamaican record holder as well. Fourth at the World Championships in
heat
Budapest
4
last
has
year
the Jamaican.
As a junior, now 20 years old.
He's running out of lane 8.
The 25-year-old Frenchman, fourth at the World Championships in Eugene in 2022, was fourth at the European, or won the silver medal at the European Championships that year. Has gone as fast as 47.41, just outside 48 seconds this year. Gerald Drummond won at the Prefontaine Classic. That was a pretty big win for him this campaign. Makobe of Kenya, Sibilio, the Italian, was in the Tokyo final.
So the announcement for the Heat 4
great memories, I'm
men
sure.
lineup 400-meter hurdles is on track. So we have a Jamaican on track.
Ezekiel Nathaniel, Commonwealth Games finalist in 2022 and the three-time German champion, Konstantin Priest.
Rashawn Clark, currently ranked number 5 on the world list. Only the big three and McMaster ranked ahead of him at the moment in the world rankings. Rashawn Clark. And as we mentioned,
So Rashawn Clark of Jamaica is going in Heat 4. And they're on their marks for Heat 4 of the men 400 meter hurdle, round 1.
Let's see what he does with his opener here. Sibilio in lane 4, the only man faster than him this year so far in this heat.
Dangerous Italian in 4.
They're on their marks. They're off.
Rashawn Clark, the 20-year-old Jamaican,
And they're off.
making his Olympic
Everybody
debut.
approached the hurdle pretty
Going on
evenly.
quickly in lane number 8.
And the Jamaican is passing the athlete on the outer lane.
He's flown by the Dutchman.
He's flown past.
Papio of France. Easing up
I still can't recognize who is in the lead as yet. But coming to the 200 meter mark, it looked pretty even. The Jamaican is in the lead coming around the curve. The Jamaican is in the lead. The Jamaican is in the lead. And this is on the stretch. Jamaica is in the lead. With 40 meters left to go, the Jamaican look like he will win. Yes, he wins in a time of 48.17. That's 48.17 for the Jamaica, winning Heat 4 in front of the Nigerian of 48.38 and the French athlete 48.42. Well done by the Jamaican in Heat 4 of the men's 400 meter hurdle, round 1.
There in lane number 8. Got out hard, controlled the race.
That
put
is
himself in a
very
position
well
coming
done
off
by the
coming into
Jamaican.
the home straight away in front, and then having cleared the 9th hurdle.
The Norwegian from
this is
Heat
the
2
time for me
is
to
still
ease up, and this
the
is when
fastest
you
with a
just control
47
the rest of the
clocking.
race and comfortably
With
gets
a
across the
47
line
clocking.
in the top qualifying spot.
So the Jamaican qualify
Through in second
with a big
position.
Q,
Ezekiel
automatically
Nathaniel,
qualifying.
Nigeria, 48-second man this season, 48 flat. Wilfred Hapio, I think the Frenchman held on for third, ahead of the fast finishing Alessandro Sibilio of Italy. There is Clark.
Well done, Clark.
Massive year he had last year, equaled the world under 20 record at the Jamaican Championships before going on to break it at the World Championships. 48 Nathaniel 48-38, Hapio 48-42.
So Heat 4 is over. Heat 4 is over. Jamaican winning Heat 4. Clark, Rasheen Clark winning Heat 4 of the men's 400 meter hurdles. The shot put event is on track now, and we are awaiting the final heat of the hurdles, 400 meter hurdles. So the final heat will see another Jamaican in the lineup. The final hurdle will see James King of Jamaica in the lineup. Let me give you the countries of the athletes from their countries. In Heat 5, we'll have the Jamaican, we'll have the Turkish, the Japanese, the Chinese, the Brazilian, the Germans, the Qatarians, and the Great Britain athletes. So the Heat 5 of the men's 400 meter hurdle is coming up. Heat 5 is the last heat of this event. Also, the discus throw, Group A is taking place. Now, the Group A athletes are out there now. Jamaica throw a distance of 45 plus for second so far. So Jamaica doing well this morning. So now the discus uh, is on center stage. The discus is taking center
That was set
stage.
early this season. Nicholas Alekna, all looking smooth. That's going a
Oh
long
Lord,
way.
that is way
That
over.
confirms qualification. The world record holder and favorite for the Olympic title, the 21-year-old Lithuanian Delipers.
That is a
Twice
big
a world
job.
championship medalist.
That is a massive
Silver in
job.
Eugene, bronze last year in Budapest, but he's the favorite for gold here in Paris.
Oh,
67-47. He leads qualifying,
67-47.
becomes the
That's a
second automatic
massive
qualifier
job.
from this group.
Malik James King is in lane 2.
Hurdles coming up, and the Jamaican.
So Malik James King is in lane 2 of heat 5, the final heat for the men's 400-meter hurdles, round 1. Malik James Clark.
Abakar from
Listen
Qatar
for the line.
is in lane 8. All the sub 48 second clockers in this field. Abwako of Germany is in lane 7. 48.90 his best this year. Lima from Brazil achieved his personal best this year at 48.31. Ming Yanpeng of Chinese Taipei is in lane 5.
Remember, people, the repechage for the 400-meter hurdles women will take place, and the repechage for the 400-meter men will take place today. So the athletes, the Jamaicans who did not do well yesterday, has the opportunity to redeem themselves in the repechage, which I'm looking forward to.
Which he achieved this year when he upset Roshan Clark in the Jamaica national finals.
Think about some of the finest athletes to come out of his high school, Calabar High School, in recent years. And to think, when you have the likes of Christopher Taylor, Dejour Russell, you can think about Tyreek Wilson, Michael Stevens, that he is the one, Malik James King, who is making it
So
onto
Malik
the
James
international
King
stage
is in
a
lane
serious
2.
way.
Malik James King
Yes,
is
he's
in
improved
lane
by
2.
over 2
They're on
seconds,
their
49.6
marks.
his best last season,
They're on their
47.4
marks.
2 this season. He's a
They're on
Jamaican
their
national
marks.
champion.
And they're off.
On the best performance list so far this year.
Pretty even.
Malik James King in lane 2.
Pretty even. Oh, our athlete is out already. Pretty even. Going in the first on the back stretch. Oh, another athlete is out. Stumbling on the hurdle. Wow. So the Jamaican look like he's in the lead. Coming on the curve. Yes, Jamaica's in the lead. The Jamaican is in the lead. Well, is it Malik James King will win this? He will win this. The Brazilian athlete comes through. Brazil is in second. The Turkish athlete is third. So Malik James King win that in 48-21. So Malik James King winning heat 5 in a time of 48-21. The Brazilian came second in a time of 48-90. And the Turkey and the British athlete coming third in a time of 48-98. Those are the automatic qualifiers from heat 5. Two athletes stumble over the hurdle, never finish the race. Those athletes will get an opportunity in the repechage to redeem themselves.
You have to finish the race to have an opportunity to contest the repechage round.
Oh, yes, you have to
No
finish the
Malik
race.
James King. Second fastest Jamaican of all
Yeah,
time.
you have to finish the
Held
race
the Jamaican record
to
for
be able to
such a long
participate
time.
in the repechage. So those athletes will be out if they did not finish the race.
Going faster than Graham's lifetime best.
And he cements the 4 out of 4 for Caribbean men here. The 3 Jamaicans and master of the BVI all go through. So the job well done for the Caribbean.
Job well done by the Caribbean athletes, making it through, making it comfortable through. So the discus men, the discus throw for men is on center stage. Travis Michael now is going to throw for Jamaica in the discus. Can he get the automatic qualifying mark? And he's up and he throws. Let's see. Oh, that's lovely. That looks like it makes the automatic qualification. No, just behind.
I don't think he gets the 66, but
just behind the 66 mark.
Maybe 65-80 or beyond.
Just behind the 66 mark. Let's see what's the distance he throw. Let's see the distance he throw.
Has thrown 67.
65-91.
65-91, that moves him into third position. That should, I think, be enough to get him into the final, but he's...
So Travis Michael throwing 65-91. That is not the automatic qualifying distance, but that's supposed to bring him into the final. 65-41. And also now people, the pole vault athletes are making their way out. The pole vault athletes are making their way out. The pole vault athletes for women are making their way out to partake in the pole vault competition. So the pole vault athletes are making their way out. So people, what you think about the race yesterday? Because I see some images yesterday, you know, and I don't know if I bias, but it looked to me like Shane passed the line before Noel Lies. But then them say Noel Lies win. So I want to know your honest opinion. What you think? What you think about yesterday? You realize the pressure, man, the pressure. You have to strong to deal with the pressure, Virgin. You have to strong to deal with the pressure.
And the reigning world champion will be looking to become the Olympic champion.
So the pole vault athletes now on
shared the world title last year with Katie Moon, who is the Olympic champion.
The pole vault athletes are now out. This is our next event. I don't think we teach this in the Caribbean. Pole vaulting. Somebody can correct me. I don't think we do pole vaulting in the Caribbean.
For her in Tokyo, then she was kicked in the jet.
So two field events is now on center stage. You have the men discus throw and the women pole vault taking center stage now. Up next would be the women's 400-meter hurdle rubber charge. So up next will be the 400-meter hurdle rubber charge.
Here is Katie Moon, the defending champion, the joint world champion. Does know how to get it right in these major events. Wilma Murto, first Finnish female medalist at the World Championships in 28 years.
So let's recap what happened this morning. This morning we have the men's 400-meter hurdles, and we had the three Jamaicans qualifying. The three Jamaicans qualifying automatically.
Oh yes.
The three Jamaicans qualifying automatically for the next round.
Matthew Denny taking full advantage, hitting the automatic qualifying standard. He sails into the final. Nicholas Alekna, the world record holder, 67.47. Lucas Weiseringer of Austria, 66.72. Those
So the
two already
Australian,
automatic, and now Matthew
the
Denny at
Australian with a throw
66.83
of
joins them.
66.83
That pushes the two
is now in
Jamaicans
the
down to fourth
automatically
and fifth.
qualified for the
Smichael
finals.
and Mullings.
So the Australian automatically qualifying, pushing the Jamaicans further down the pecking order.
For the men's 400 hurdles semi-final round.
So the discus
He
throw
looked
is
in
taking
fantastic
shape.
Really attacked the first 200 meters of heat number one. And here we go. 47.57. The Frenchman going on the 48 for the first time in his career. 47.69. The two Jamaicans getting through. Abdurrahman Samba, fifth in Tokyo. He gets through as well. Jahil Hyde, the third Jamaican. Kyron McMaster from the British Virgin Islands, making it 4 from 4 for the English-speaking Caribbean. And the others who finished will contest the repechage round ahead of the semi-finals.
Had beaten McMaster at World Juniors, but as seniors, McMaster has been more prolific.
So the discus event is taking shape. The Great Britain athlete will now throw. The Great Britain athlete now will throw.
Outside of a qualifying position at this stage.
Let's see what will happen with the Great Britain, and he
61.81
throw.
He's in 10th.
And he
this is
throw.
only the first group. You need something much bigger.
No,
Doesn't get
see,
it.
that's not good enough. That doesn't pass the 60 meter.
Olympic Games.
So the British athlete is out of the discus throw.
An event the Europeans have dominated over the years. The last time a non-European won the men's discus gold at the Olympic Games would have been Montreal 1976 when Matt Wilkins of the United States won it. And the dominance of the Europeans here in the men's discus highlighted too.
Now the Cuban will throw now. He has a distance of 60.92. That is not in the qualifications. Now he has to come up with a big throw now, and he throws. Let's see. Oh, that's not big enough. That's not big enough. That's not big enough.
And the 24-year-old will also exit
the Cuban is out in the first stage. The Cuban is out.
$65.21 is personal best, so to qualify automatically, he would have needed a massive PB. 60.92 is best mark in the second round.
Les deux premières de chaque série qualifiées pour les demi-finales. This one's simple. The first two in the repechage make the semi-finals.
So now we're going to have the 400 meter repechage, the 400 meter hurdles repechage taking place.
Repechage heat one of the women's 400 hurdles.
To the early risers.
So the repechage of heat one is going to run now. The women 400 meter hurdles repechage will be on center stage in about a minute's time. In about a minute's time, the repechage will be out. Now this is, let me repeat, for the person who don't understand what's the repechage. The repechage is a system that allows athletes an opportunity to make it to the semifinal, even though they did not qualify by the normal route. So it's the losers, the persons who did not qualify, getting another opportunity to qualify through the repechage. Now, in order to qualify for the repechage, you must finish the race and you cannot be disqualified from the race. Once you're disqualified and you don't finish the race, you cannot enter into the repechage. So now the repechage will take place for the 400 meters women hurdles, and then they will take, I think there is two repechage, so possibilities are they are going to take the winners of each repechage and maybe the fastest time, the fastest second place time. I'm not sure how many persons will be taken out of the repechage. In short order, I will find out and inform you of that. So the repechage of Heat 1 women's hurdle is on center stage and they are off. So they are off for Heat 1 of the repechage. So Heat 1 for the repechage is on the center stage. So Heat 1, it's going to be 3 heats. It's going to be 3 heats.
Under some pressure, the Aussie finishing fast.
The Italian hold on. The Italian hold on in a time of 55.07. The Italian move on to the next round.
Yes, that was a very close one on the line. Toleranza went out really, really hard.
The Italian qualifying.
To feel the burn.
Repechage of Heat 1 is over. At 400-meter hurdles.
Ukic of Australia, really close between those two as Toleranza held on for the win to assure her spot in the semis. But the number 2 spot, photo finish is deciding it because there's Van den Broek finishing just on the outside, and maybe she has beaten the Aussie on the line.
So repechage Heat 1 is over. The German now is on the floor for the shot, the discus throw, and he throws.
That's not a bad effort. Bang on 65 meters. Has he done enough to stay in the circle? I don't think so.
That was not a bad attempt.
That's going to be 3 falls for the German. That's a really tough way for your Olympic campaign to end. 8th in the World Championship final last year. He won't get a chance to at least match that at the Olympic Games this time around. Sam Mattis of the USA. He too is in a spot of bother.
Oh Lord, he threw it right in the net.
Unlikely to make the final. He is in a top 12 qualifying position at the moment. Mattis is in 7th, but with Group B to come, it's highly unlikely that will hold up as a qualifier. And the American senses that his Olympic campaign will end at the group stage, the preliminary stage, 6-2, 6-6, followed by 2 foul efforts. Andrew Evans, another American, is in 14th overall in this first group. Does he manage a big effort here?
No.
Not really. Just about 62, 63 meters. And that will not be good enough to give him a real shot at making it into the Olympic final. 62.25 for Evans. That puts him in 9th overall, but it really is unlikely to hold down. Here's Daniel Stoll, 65.16 in the first round, the defending champion, two-time world champion. Does he get the automatic standard? No, he doesn't. That's not as good as his first round effort either. The 31-year-old was only 4th at the European Championships this summer. It hasn't been his best year, and maybe still a career winding down. And he'll have to wait for Group B to find out if he's done enough to get into the final. But he has a shot. He's in 6th position overall with 65.16. There's confirmation that came in round 1.
All right, heat 2 of the repechage 400-meter hurdle now is on track.
And here's an interesting result for you, Ricardo, because there was a dead heat for second here. You know that. So Folaronza holds on for the win, but 55.11 is the time recorded by both Vandenbroek, who finished really fast for Belgium on the outside, and Jukic holding on. So both.
So 55.11 for third and second and third. So I guess they're going to look at the times for the second and third, for the second place in the next repechage heat 2 to decide. Remember that the repechage, they want the best from the worst performance. So they're going to use the time. If it is close, they're going to use times. So heat 2 of repechage 400-meter hurdle is on track.
He has the silver from Brazil, Sartor from Italy, Chikova from the Czech Republic. Gidimo from China. Lane 5. There's Krafsik from Germany. In 4, Jesse Knight from Great Britain. Runs from lane 3. Gianna Woodruff, representing Panama, is on that inside lane in 2.
She's the only person in the repechage round that has run 54 seconds. So the only person to run that time and not go through automatically.
She's the fastest personal best here, 53.69, Gianna Woodruff.
On your marks.
So heat 2 of the repechage 400-meter hurdle is on track. They're on their marks.
They're battling here for a spot in the semifinals.
They're on their marks.
Women's 400 hurdles, where Sydney McLaughlin Veroni and Femke Ball are the big guns.
They're on their mark. And they're off.
Pretty even start. No clear leader defined as yet. They're going down the backstretch. Sartor from Italy now looks to have the lead. Kramsik from Germany also running well in lane 4. Kramsik and Sartori are the leaders heading for the home stretch. De Silva from Brazil begins to quicken on the outside lane. Oh, this is a close one coming into the home stretch. China's Mo and
So China's Mo look like she's in the lead. The Chinese athlete look like she's in the lead.
Over the final hurdle they go. Mo from
The
China.
Great Britain athlete is in second. The Chinese athlete will win. Great Britain looks like second.
Held on for it, 54.75, the flash time.
So the Chinese athletes winning in a time of 54.75. The Great Britain athlete Knight coming second in a time of 55.10. So those two persons qualify for the semifinals.
She used that extra round well. Jessie Knight actually gets the second spot ahead of Gianna Woodruff. So she comes in with the fastest non-qualifying time and misses out here, finishes third, and the Brit gets in. The Chinese gets in with a lifetime best. Here's Woodruff. Ran a really aggressive race on the inside and started struggling towards the finish. Hit hurdle number 7, I thought it was. And here's Mo in the center, finishing strong, really fast here. And she looks really good. 54.7, that's a really solid time. And I'm sure she's happy. That was a dominant win for Mo.
Woodruff and Knight actually given the same time at 55.10. So I wonder if we will end up with a tie here as well.
Or would they break that tie break? Because there aren't 10 lanes. Oh, that was really, really close.
It would just mean that you have more than one semi-final race with all 9 lanes occupied.
So they actually show that.
So we have the final heat of the repechage of the women's 400 meter hurdle, heat 3, coming up next on track.
0.98 for Woodruff.
The men's discus throw is on stage, center stage. Group A.
Men's discus throw, Ortega. Busy in the circle, but doesn't get the distance he's looking for. And the Colombian looking at an early exit.
Down to thousandths of a second. When this happens and one qualification place is available, the procedure is to draw lots to see who goes through. We'll confirm all that very shortly.
Santos,
Les partages du ce moment là.
61.97 for Ortega. That's his best effort of the 3 rounds. That has him in 10th position overall, but unlikely to get him through. 2 automatic qualifiers from Group A, the world record holder, Mikaela Selekna, Matthew Denny of Australia, and Lucas Weiseniger of Austria. The 2 Jamaicans, Travis Michael and Ralford Munnings, throwing very well, and they will have real shots at making it to the final. Although they didn't advance automatically, 65.91 and 65.18, you suspect should be good enough to get them through. Katie Moon in the women's pole vault. Joint world champion. The reigning Olympic champion. Goes clear.
So the pole vault now is taking the American clear that height.
Beautiful jumping for the Americans. Making an impressive start to her title defense.
So the final heat of the repechage, heat 3, is coming up on track. The final heat for the repechage is coming up on track. 400 meter hurdles for women. The final heat of the repechage is coming up on track in about the next minutes. So the athletes given a second opportunity to redeem themselves through the repechage. And the final heat, heat 3, is coming up on track. So in heat 3, you will have the Cameroonian, the Swiss, the Australian, the Philippines, the
Big men get ready
Italian,
for
the
the second
French,
group
and the
of
Ukrainian.
the men's discus.
So in
We
Heat
just have the
3,
2022 world
you
champion
those are
Christian
the
Czech
countries
from
that will be
Slovenia.
partaking
He is massive.
in that event. So
And here's heat 3 of the women's repechage for the four.
so Heat 3 is about the announcement of the athletes are about to be made. The announcement of the athletes are about to be made. Listen up for the commentary.
53-78, the personal best for Sean
So it's the final heat of the 400-meter hurdles repechage. Heat 3. This is the final heat of the repechage. The winner and the second place
representing
will make it to the semifinals of the hurdles event.
Representing the Philippines, the Aussie, Kali. 54.66, her personal best. That's gone as fast as 54.96 so far this year. Yasmin Giger of Switzerland is in lane 3 and Cameroon's Linda on the inside lane. They're seeking a top 2 finish here to guarantee a semi-final spot.
Risk cover, the veteran in lane 8, and the Frenchman comes in with the fastest season's best of 53.78, but only managed 56.7 in the first round. I wonder if she's going to be able to pull off a fantastic run here to get into the next round. Giga in lane 3 looks good as well. Moraro of Italy.
And they're off.
They go pretty even start. Giga from Switzerland has gone off very well in lane 3. The Aussie, Carly, may have the overall lead down the back stretch. There's that Grable from France. 150 meters. Grable from France has a lead. Just stutters a bit approaching that hurdle. And the Aussie, Sarah Carly, now begins to close in. Angonu and Giger from Switzerland on the inside lanes, also in the hunt. Rishka for the veteran on the outside.
So the French athlete look like she's in the lead. The French athlete, the Ukrainian, it's tight, it's very tight, it's very tight. And the French athlete look like she's in the lead. The French athlete look like she takes it. The French athletes took it in a time of 54.91. The Ukrainian is in second in a time of 54.95. Very close. Very close. Those two are into the semifinals of the 400-meter hurdles.
Running side to side all over the lane, but manages to hold it together enough to produce a faster time.
Those two persons are
true. Big difference from that 56.7 that she produced in the first round. Here she is shuffling again, almost to every hurdle. Not yet a confident runner over the hurdles into the barrier, but to be shuffling at every hurdle and run 54.9, that is impressive. She has an opportunity to get it together for the semi-final round, and risk cover, the veteran Ukrainian, comes in for 54.95 for second.
Yeah, Rishka, about 34 years old now, fighting really, really hard there to snatch second spot. A 3-time world championship finalist, just pushes Grable to the line here. Grable grimacing and holding off. The veteran goes to a short number spot in the semifinals.
Of course, she had to work a lot harder. When you're able to maintain your stride, run pattern, so you conserve your energy. But every time you shuffle, it's like you restart running after clearing each hurdle. So she made that much more difficult than it needed to be.
Angunu from Cameroon there really worked hard. There was a point in the home stretch there that she was in the hunt for second spot as well.
She did get a national record, so lifetime best for her paid off. Not with a qualifying spot, but something equally as amazing.
Yeah, there she's top of the screen at this point. She's in the hunt for a top 2 spot. Probably actually led here.
So the repechage of the 400-meter hurdles for women is over, and now the semi-final listing is now completed. So now we're going to look at the men's 400-meter flat repechage coming up in the next 8 minutes. So the men will now get their opportunity to redeem themselves. The men now will get their opportunity now to redeem themselves. So we have 3 more events left for the morning session. That's the men's 400-meter repechage, and then we'd have the 400-meter round 1 for women, and then we'll have the women 200-meter multi-round. So we're coming to an end shortly. So we're coming to an end shortly. So now on what's happening now is the discus throw and the pole vault event is taking stage. There's no track and field activity now. That will happen in the next 7 to 8 minutes for the men's 400-meter repechage. That will happen in the next 8 minutes for the 400-meter repechage. So in the next 8 minutes that will happen. So people, the 400-meter hurdle is over. The 400-meter hurdle women repechage is over, and the 6 athletes has been decided. And the six athletes who will join into the semi-final group, it's 7 athletes that will be joining. So from heat 1 repechage, you will have the Italian, the Belgian, and the Australian joining in the semifinals. From heat 2, you will have the Chinese and the Great Britain joining in. That's 5. And from heat 3, you will have the French and the Ukrainian join. So that's 7 athletes joining the semifinal listing. 7 athletes from the repechage will join the semifinalists. Yes, I listen to Sports Max coverage. Yeah, I listen to Sports Max coverage. No, you know, me not know how that go do. No, me not think so. Me think once the people go in at the stadium, once the people go in at the stadium, you would leave. You'd just stay the entire day because the bathroom, everything is there. So you'd just stay the entire day. Me not think you'd leave and come back and something. So, me not think so. You'd stay the entire day. Yeah, just like you go and chop meat and you spend the day, you buy your food, you use the bathroom, you do everything. So a one-time payment. Mark, you me never go to the Olympics yet, so I don't know. I just assume say it's a one-time payment. I just assume say it's a one-time payment. So the pole vault is taking center stage. So we have two field events happening now. We have the pole vault and we have the discus throw for men. So it's the pole vault for women and the discus throw for men. Those are the two field events that is taking place now. We have no representative in the pole vault, but we have two representative in the discus, and the two representative um, participated in Group A, and they finished fifth and sixth. Let me check to be sure if they finished fifth and sixth. They did not make the automatic qualifying to the finals, but I think they made it. So the Jamaican Michael threw a distance of 65.91 meters and Mullins threw a distance of 65.18. So they finished fourth and fifth in Group A. So now Group B is going to throw, and based on that, they will see the top set of athletes. Only three athletes from Group A automatically qualifying. Lithuania athlete of a distance of 6,747 meters automatically made it. The qualifying, the automatic qualifying is 66. Anything over 66. And the Australian made a throw of 66.83, and the Austrian made a throw of 66.72. So those athletes automatically qualified for the finals. The rest of athletes are waiting on the performance of Group B, but the possibilities are that the two Jamaicans will qualify for the final based on the throw of 65.91 and 65.80. So that is what is happening in the field events now. That's what's happening in the field events now. That is what's happening in the field events now. That is what's happening in the field events now. And the next event on track is the 400-meter repechage women that will get on in the next 2 minutes. So it's going to be the 400-meter for women that will take center stage in the next 2 minutes. So let's check who will be in that 400 meter men. Sorry, the repechage is a 400 meter for men. We'll have four heats. The 400 meter for men, Jamaica will be in heat one. Jamaica will be in heat one. So Jamaica will run in heat one. The Jamaican will run in heat one and Jamaica will run in heat four. So Sean Bailey will be running in heat four, and Watkin will be running in heat one. So the Jamaican getting an opportunity now to redeem themselves. Sean Bailey will be running in heat four, and Watkin will be running in heat one of the repechage 400 meter for men. And that will happen approximately now. They're on their way. They're on the track, actually, not on the way. They're on the track. They're on the track, people. They're on the track. So the repechage for the 400 meter will take center stage. Now you're on track. After that, you will have the 400 meter for women, round one. After which you will have the 400 meter for women, round one. So they are on track. We're going to turn you over to the commentary.
Three athletes, one automatic qualifying spot. The winner goes through automatically in the next two fastest times. The Brazilian, they're in lane three.
So for the 400 meter,
B-roll.
for the 400 meter for men repechage, the winner will qualify on the next and two fastest times. So two fastest times and the winner will qualify. There
Just
are
three going in this one.
only three persons in this race.
Repechage men's 400 meters.
So the Jamaican did not
The
start.
Jamaican DeAndre Watkin not there.
The Jamaican did not start. The Jamaican did not start in heat one.
Of France. The Frenchman going well on the outside. The winner to book a place in the semi-final round of the men's 400 meters. A very hot men's 400 meters. The qualifying heats producing impressive performances on Sunday. The Argentine, Eliane Laragina, pulling away to win this heat, 45:36.
Impressive time considering yesterday he ran 45:85, but didn't advance 45:36.
So the Jamaican
Very good
did
time
not
for him.
start.
He'll be through. The other two, Cavallo from Brazil.
The Jamaican did not start the race.
From France. But here we see the Frenchman in lane number 8. No one to his immediate right or left. That's extremely difficult to be running when you don't really know where you are until the home straightaway. The Argentine being able to look ahead and see that he is in comfortable position. He comes through for the easy victory with B-roll from France. Second.
So heat one is over. Heat one is over. Going into heat two. So the Jamaican Watkins did not start. So he's out of the semi-final. Heat two will be taking center stage. Why difficult for you prepare for so long and when the time comes, some injury or some issues hinder you from so the Jamaican did not start. DeAndre Watkin. DeAndre Watkin did not start the race. So he's out of the semifinals. So DeAndre Watkin is out of the men's 400 meter semifinal. So we're getting ready for heat two. We're getting ready for heat two of the we're getting ready for heat two of the repechage men 400 meters. Getting ready for heat two of the men's 400 meter. So on track now is the pole vault action taking place.
The Norwegian.
So the Norwegian hitting down the bar.
First time failure at 4:55 for Bretzius of Norway.
So Canada will jump now in the pole vault. The Canadian who is going to jump in the pole vault.
At 4:55. No, doesn't have it.
So the Canadian did not make it. She hit down the bar. The Canadian hit down the bar. That's her first failure at 4 meter 55. So that's her first failure. So she has 2 more attempts at 4.55, 4 meter 55. Now we're going to have the New Zealander.
Lifetime best performance a few weeks back in our home country, 4 metres and 73 for the World Under 20 champion, the 2018 edition in Finland. Running for Slovenia.
So on track, we're going to have the 400 meter repechage heat 2.
In number 6. Two non-starters in this one. Oganda from the Dominican Republic and Nakajima from Japan. And so we go to Matej Krset of the Czech Republic. There is Michael Joseph, the St. Lucian, apparently quite the musician. Les Pillay, former World Under 20 champion, in the lineup as well. He starts in lane number 5. Chidi Akize of Nigeria. He'll go in lane number 4.
2024 All-African Games champion.
30 years old now, and closing out the field on the inside, Alexandra Pohorico.
He ran 45.71 in his first round. Joseph, a student at the University of Kansas, has had a long collegiate season. Let's see if he has enough left to be able to advance to the semifinals. Remember, that's the heat winner and the fastest 2 times make it through to the semifinals.
Michael Joseph attended high school in Kingston, at Kingston College, before moving to college in the States. 21 years old now, starts in lane number 6. The winner sure to advance to the semi-final round, plus the next 2 fastest. Joseph has gotten away well. The South African Tilly neatly easing down the back stretch. Akizi of Nigeria in the mix as well. Pohorilko of the Ukraine also starting to come forward. Off the top end they come.
So it's
Krset of the Czech Republic.
the South African look like he has this. The South African look like he has this. The South African look like he has this. The South African gets that in a time of 45-40.
45-50 the weighing time for the South African.
45-40.
His
is the
personal
winning
best
time
is
for the South African.
44:31. That's also his seasonal best.
45:53
quite
for the Czech
ways off of that,
athlete.
but he did enough to make it through. Joseph with a
So
strong
remember
run at
that's the
end, but
winner
may have
and
waited
the
too late to
best
make that push.
second
We'll
place.
see
Two
if he's
second
able to
place
get
will
through on
go
times.
through. So it's the winner from each heat,
But here
and
we
the,
see
out of the 4 heats, the
Joseph,
best two second
lane number
place.
6, coming up on Kursek from Czech Republic. But Pelé coming through, South African, running really well. Outside Kursek from Hungary is number 2. And yes, it looks like because he placed 3rd in his heat, Joseph will not be able to advance even as 4th in his heat. Sorry, he will not be able to advance through on times, but a good effort given his long season. We see the results.
45:40 for Pelé. He advances. A personal best for Matej Krusek of the Czech Republic. Michael Joseph, 45:64. His Olympic Games campaign comes to an end. Tina Sutic.
So back to the pole vault.
First attempt coming up at 4.55 meters. Doesn't go clear. The Slovenian. She may not look it, but she is 35 years old. Competing in her 4th Olympic Games. The only Slovenian to ever make an Olympic final in this event. Was joined 5th in Tokyo, an improvement from her 11th place finish in Rio. .455 testing a number of these women.
She was just 19 years of age.
Lisa McCartney, first time failure at 4.55. Dina Kennedy, the joint world champion from Australia, 4.91 lifetime best. This is her first attempt at 4.55, and she goes clear.
So the Australian is over. The Australian cleared the bar.
Competition happening simultaneously across.
So the Australian is over the bar, over 4 meter 55. So Australia clears the bar.
Her first attempt at 4.55. Lovely, as beautifully done. Lampella,
the Finland athlete also clears it.
She's delighted with that.
She clears 4 meter 55.
Second time clearance at 4.40. Ona needs 1 at 4.55.
The Great Britain athlete will now make her attempt over 4 meter 55.
Here's a first look at the British number 1, Molly Cautry. First Olympic Games, 4.55.
She hits down the bar. The Great Britain athletes hit down the bar.
First British gold medalist in this event. Wonderful performance in Glasgow earlier this year. Finished 5th at the World Championship last year. Went into the European Championship, I think, as the favourite and had to settle for a bronze medal, so that was disappointing for her. But she'll be looking to put that right at the Olympic Games. Well, they're having fun. I wonder what's in that cup. Maybe soda.
So heat 3 of the repechage
Third
400
repechage heat in the
meter
men's 400
is now
meters.
on track.
Anthony Zambrano and Sakagentaro, they are out. And we're down to 4. A number of withdrawals here.
Yeah. Zambrano, the silver medalist from Tokyo, a sub 44 runner at his best, but a struggle lately, doesn't even turn up for a chance to make the semifinals.
Yeah, there is Scotch of Botswana. I remember at the 2015 World Youth Championship in Colombia, Anthony Zambrano was the big catch for the home fans. On the night that he contested the 400 final, the stadium was jam-packed in Cali. And then for every other session, it was pretty empty. Yeah, wasn't a great story.
4 runners, 1 automatic qualifying slot.
Moinar, Nene, Spitz, and Scotch.
Scotch at his best, 44, 54 earlier this year, to come third in Nairobi, Kenya.
Off they go. Scott sprints out in lane number 6 to Botswana. This is a lot of running in the legs for him, because he'll be a key part of the Botswanan 4x4 team.
Yes, Botswana 4x4 team, you will remember, bronze medalists at the last Olympic Games. Very deep team, but I'm sure he would not like to be running this repechage heat, but he's doing well. Being past Nene, the South African.
Yeah, Nene taking charge down the home stretch. Scotch back in second position, and it's Nene who will get the automatic qualifying spot through to the semi-final round, 44.81. He almost looks upset at himself that he had to do that in the repechage round, but that's an impressive run from the South African Scotch. We'll have to wait and see if his time is good enough to make progress.
Yes, running a run by Nene. His season best is just 100th of a second faster, and it's very close to his personal best of 44.74. We've seen Nene in lane number 4, making a strong move off that final turn, working hard down the straightaway, separating himself from the field, securing his automatic qualifier through to the semifinal. Scotch in second position. We'll have to wait to see if his time is good enough to make it as one of the 2 fastest losers into the semifinal.
Confirmation 44.81 for Zakithi Nene. Scotch 45.33. Molnar 45.45. 1 heat to come. The Greek Katerina Stefanidi, a super veteran now, 34 years old, and the real Olympic champion, misses first time at 4:55.
So the pole vault is taking place now. Heat 2 of the repechage 400 meter hurdle men completed with the South African winning in a time of 44.81, which is a very good time.
Ease and class.
So the pole vault takes center stage again.
A number of women struggling at this height, but not the champion. Joint world
The
champion, the reigning
American
Olympic
clearing
champion.
4:55 easily. The American Moon clearing 4:55 easily. The American clearing 4:55 easily. So the pole vault taking center stage now. We're getting ready for the repechage heat 4. Heat 4. I'm wondering if Sean Bailey will run in his heat. I'm wondering if Sean Bailey will run. A number of athletes not taking their starting positions in the races, including the Jamaican in Heat 1. So I'm wondering if Sean Bailey will actually start in the race. Only time will tell, people. Only time will tell. So we are waiting to see what will happen come the start of the race. So now, so the pole vault will continue. The bar is at 4 meter 55. The Finland athlete will make her attempt
And the
at
size of the people hitting them,
4:55.
it was not even an option.
What about Take It Like a Man?
No, she hit down the bar. The bar is
Card, I would
down.
have responded to you, but my mom's listening.
Good morning to Abba's mom and everyone watching in Barbados
and the Caribbean and around the world. The interesting thing about the pole vault, particularly with the women, is many of the women have a background in gymnastics. I've watched a lot of pole vault practices, and it takes a different mentality to jump those type of heights that they jump, both the women and especially the men, getting up to 6 meters as the men are jumping and being 6 meters in the air and turning. I won't say I'm scared of heights, but it won't be me.
Well, over there, the Thompson.
All right.
It's getting out.
Heat 4 is on track.
This morning.
Sean Bailey is
Final
in
heat of the
heat
repechage
5,
men's
lane
400
5.
meters.
So Sean Bailey takes his
The
starting
Jamaican
position.
Sean Bailey is in this lineup. Diop of Senegal, 45.59 from the first round. Part of an outstanding four-day family. Bailey ran pretty well yesterday. He was 44.68, which is not a bad time to run in the opening round of the 400 meters, but that did not get him.
Yeah, he finished 5th in his race and 9th overall, the 9th fastest overall time, but now has to come back and run again. Very tough. Finished 1 place ahead of Sean Bailey, setting a new personal best of 44.66 and had the 8th fastest time in the first round.
And now they end up in the same heat with only the winner guaranteed a place in the semifinals. That's an interesting draw.
It is a very interesting draw. But given what they did yesterday, hopefully Bailey will be able to repeat and get through automatically, or at least with the fastest, or one of the fastest 2 times.
Bailey in 5. Final heat, repechage men's 400 meters. Bailey sprung out of the blocks. Pretty even through the first 100 meters.
Sean Bailey stops. Sean Bailey
Sean
stopped.
Bailey, the Jamaican, has stopped. The race continues.
So Sean Bailey is out of the 400 meter. Sean Bailey stopped.
Ibrahim coming through brilliantly on the inside after his personal best yesterday. Hammered the third 100. Doof is trying to chase down the stretch. Ibrahim will hold on. 44.77, showing that he really is in fine form, backing up the 44.66. And Sean Bailey, the brother of the great Veronica Campbell Brown, stops in his repechage heat.
He must be extremely disappointed for him. We see him not sure what happened. I didn't see anything in particular happen to him. He was fifth at the World Championships last year. He looked to be running really well, and then suddenly he was out of the race. I don't see him limping in particular. Here we'll see again. Beautiful running form. Maybe he felt something and decided to shut it down. It's those tough decisions that athletes have to make. You have to know your body and have to measure whether it's worth the risk to continue going. Obviously, he made that assessment and stopped short. I'm sure in the post-race interviews, we'll get some insight into it. But it's another disappointing blow for Jamaica and the Caribbean in the sprints.
Yeah, I was going to say, for a second, I thought maybe he was saving himself for the 4x400 relay, but then I remembered the Jamaican team is not there. 44.77, the winning.
We're back to the pole vault. Sean Bailey is out. He did not finish the race. He stopped in the middle of the race. So Sean Bailey is out. People, Sean Bailey is out of the 400 meter men. So now next is on track. It's the women 400 meter round one. It's the women 400 meter round one, and that will take place in the next 7 minutes. So we're going to move on to the women's 400 meter round one, and that will happen in the next 7 minutes. So that will happen in the next 7 minutes. So back to the pole vault. The pole vault, the bar is at 4 meter 55. The bar is at 4 meter 55. So athletes are trying to go over 4 meter 55. The American, the favorite, Moon, made that the height look easy. She cleared it pretty comfortably. So the other athletes are trying to get themselves qualified for the finals of the pole vault. So the bar is at 4 meter 55 in the pole vault for women. So this morning the men discussed. The Jamaicans in group one finished fifth and sixth, or it's fourth. Is it fourth and fifth, or fifth and sixth? I'm not quite remember. But they look like they are going to make it to the final based on their throw. Both of them throw over 55 meters. So I'm assuming that that will take them into the finals. The American failed, Williams, the next American failed in her attempt to get over 4 meter 55. But the favorite American, Moon, is through. Now the 400 meter athletes are coming out on track. The females for the 400 meter is coming out on track, and we're going to have let me see, We're going to have 6 heats for the 400-meter track. Jamaica will partake in Heat 1 and Heat 2. So Jamaica will be in Heat 1 and Heat 2. Jamaica will participate in Heat 1 and Heat 2 of the women's 400-meter flat and Heat 6. So Jamaicans will be in the 400-meter flat. 3 Jamaicans, Heat 1, 2, and 6. So the 400-meter for women is now getting organized. The women are heading out on the track for Heat 1 of the 400-meter flat for women. There are going to be 6 heats for this event. Now back to the pole vault. The pole vault for women, the height is now 4 meter 55. No, and that athlete failed in her attempt. That's the Slovenian. So the Slovenian failed in her attempt of 4 meter 55. She hits the
35 years old. Second time failure at 4:55. Unlikely to return in 4 years at 39. Unlikely, but not impossible. Especially the way things are going these days. Elisa McCartney, second attempt at 4:55 for the Rio bronze medalist.
And she's over. McCarthy is over of New Zealand. She's over the bar of 4 meter 55.
Nice clearance, second time for the New Zealander.
She's over.
Was a World Junior record holder all the way back in 2015.
So now people, in a minute and a half from now, the heats of the 400-meter flat will be taking place. Now the French athlete is going into the pole vault.
The women's pole vault, 4:55, the height of the bar.
Oh, the French athlete hit the bar.
But not
quite. The excitement is because it's the French athlete, the hometown girl. So the French athlete made her second failure at 4 meter 55. It's her second failure at 4 meter 55. She has one more attempt at 4 meter 55. She has one more attempt to clear the bar to keep herself in the championship. Now on field, it is the first. Stacey Ann Williams of Jamaica will run from lane 8 in the women 400-meter flat.
And this is an event that has seen real Caribbean prominence. Bahamian Shona Miller-Weebo winning ahead of Dominican Republic's Our Lady Paulino. Here's Stacey Ann Williams. 50.12 her personal best, 50.56 her best this season. More started, there's Becca from Ireland. Kendall Ellis of the USA, 49.46.
U.S. champion, known primarily for being on those medal-winning relay teams. First personal best in several years, 49.46, to win the U.S. trials in Eugene.
Romania's Andrea Miklos. 1 for her personal best of 50.67 with 50.71 this year. Ex-world champion Sal Agnasa.
Third fastest of all time when she won in that thrilling race against Shawnee Miller-Weebo in Doha 2019. At her best, 48.14. This season, she's run 49.66, which is the first time sub 50 in several years.
3 of the last 5 Olympic champions in this event have been from the Caribbean, with Shawnee Miller-Weebo, back-to-back winner, and then Tonique Williams-Darling in 2004. And 6 of the last 8 Caribbean-born, if you include Jamaica-born Sandy Richards-Ross representing the USA, and Marie-Josée Perret, Guadeloupe-born, representing France. There's Ellis in 5. Pretty even start. Ellis goes out very, very quickly. Stacey Ann Williams runs a first 100 meters very, very hard and is already up against Petriskova from the Czech Republic. Ireland's Becker is running well also. Here goes Nasser from Bahrain in lane 3. That is covering the field really, really fast. I think based on the stagger, she may in fact be in front at the moment, although Stacey Ann Williams on the outside in lane 8 running well for Jamaica. These two are way ahead of the rest of the field. Can they hold it down the home stretch? First 3
So Jamaica is in second. Can she hold on to the end? Yes, it looks like the Jamaican will hold on for second place.
Stacey Ann Williams finding some extra energy in the last 30 meters and confidently takes second spot, 49.92 for Bahrain's Nasser, who's trying to get back to her best.
Yes, Lance, a very dominant performance by her, looking like her old
So
self.
Jamaica coming second in that heat.
This year alone, 13 women have been under 50 seconds, including 11 that are here. Nasser received down in lane 3, coming through the 250-meter mark. Williams going extremely well out there in lane number.
So Jamaica
8.
finishing second in heat 1 of the 400-meter flat.
Starting to, as they say, shut it down.
Jamaica finishing second.
She's almost walking across the line.
Kendall Ellis looking almost unrecognizable.
Surprising considering that she just ran 49.46 to win the U.S. trials.
America
5 weeks
finished 5th. I'm guessing that the American is looking for the
49.91.
repechage.
Season's best, 50.16 for Stacey Ann Williams, and Miklos from Romania is in third with a PB 50.54.
So the Bahrain athlete finishing first with a time of 49.91. The Jamaican Stacey Ann Williams finishing second in a time of 50.16, and the Romanian finishing in a time of 50.54. The American was out of it. The American champion was out of it. But remember, people, she can get an opportunity back in the repertoire. So she will get her opportunity back. Back to the pole vault. The pole vault is on track.
To spare as well. Just a little. First time at 4:40, second time clearance at 4:55. Bryn King.
So 4:55 is the mark in the pole vault. So heat 2, we'll see another Jamaican. Heat 2, we'll see another Jamaican.
Has improved her best to 4.7
So the American,
this year.
the third American is going to make her attempt at 4.55 in the pole vault.
Pretty dramatic ending to her U.S. trials campaign. when she jumped that PB, taking her into that third position and getting her onto the Olympic team. Struggling here at 4:55 though.
So the American failing in her second attempt at 4 meter 55. So she has one more attempt at 4 meter 55. The Norwegian is now going to make her attempt at 4 meter 55.
Ritzio's third and final attempt at 4:55 for the Norwegian. I can't recall ever seeing so many Norwegian athletes at a global championship and doing so well.
Clearly stepped up their game, Ricardo. Really massive names leading the way as well.
For sure. Good morning, wherever you're watching across the Caribbean.
Oh,
as the Norwegian
she hit
fails
down
to
the
go clear
bar.
at 4:55
That's her
on
final
her third and
attempt
final
at
attempt
4 meter
in women's
55.
pole vault qualifying. The automatic qualifying height to get into the final is 4.70 meters. They are 15 centimeters off that at this stage. Women's 400 qualifying also in progress, and we had the repechage round of the men's 400 meters earlier. And here are the qualifiers. Ibrahim, Nene, Doof, Scotch, Laragina, and Pillay. 44.77 the fastest time, 45.40 the slowest time getting through. The Jamaican Sean Bailey stopped. Michael Joseph, the St. Lucian, didn't advance. And the Jamaican champion, DeAndre Watkin, didn't turn up. Second heat coming up in the women's 400 meters. This one has the world leader, the Jamaican champion and record holder, Nikisha Price. She starts in lane number 8.
She's been having an outstanding year. She's running sub 56.
Lane 8, we
times
just
this
face a
season.
400 meter. Lane 8
Was
is
the
a difficult
NCAA
lane.
outdoor champion,
Lane
the
6
national
and 5.
champion, Jamaica, and has run
7
sub
to you can work
49
with 7.
twice this
7,
season. In
6,
fact,
5.
she has 2 of the 5 sub 49 clockings this season done by women.
And Navia Nielsen there of Great Britain, part of their mixed 4x4 bronze medal winning team here.
44.87, placing 5th in that very fast London Diamond League race.
Champion for Australia, Olivia.
49.87. So
I thought world record. There's the experience. Swajiversity. 7 times a 4x4 medalist globally, indoors and out.
yeah, she was part of that mixed relay that won in Tokyo 3 years ago. Big relay experience, not so much success individually. Her 4th Olympic Games.
How does Nikisha Price go in lane number 8? The world leader at 48.57. A fabulous win over Kashmarek at the Diamond League meet in London. And many have her as slight favorite for the Olympic gold medal. Quick
And
cut.
they're off. P2 of the 400 meter flat.
And out well. Latvia Nielsen has started nicely too in lane number 7. Ellie Pear, who won the Oceania title in June, the Australian 21-year-old in lane 6, also moving beautifully as they hit 200 meters. Nielsen, Pear, the Jamaican Price. She has an ease about the way she goes about her business, Price. The Norwegian Shagger is running fast
So the
on the very
Jamaican look
inside
like
as
she's
well.
going to win.
Price
The
steps up the
Jamaican
pace ever
look
so
like she's going
slightly
to win.
and now
And
steps
she
away
looks
from
a
the field
class
and
above the
wins
rest.
50.02, and that was a mere jog. This girl is in ridiculous form.
Yes, she is. She's bending over, but don't be deceived. She is in fabulous form this season. Running from the outside is difficult. We know that Reid Van Niekerk set the men's 400 meter record in Rio with that 43.03. Amazing run for the outside. But generally speaking, in the 400 meters, athletes would prefer not to be on the outside where everyone could see them. But we're here, we see Price come in off of that last turn into the straightaway in the lead. Jaeger from Norway on the inside, who recently ran a 49.85. Checking, she's in second place. Nielsen from Britain coming through to secure her automatic qualifying spot as well.
50.02 for Price, 50.36 for Nielsen, 50.39 for Jager of Norway. Swati Ursutik finishing in fourth position in that heat. Here's the 2022 world champion, Christian Che.
So the shot, the discus
A
is
fall in
on.
round one. What does he do in round number two? That's close to the 65-meter mark. That will get him for sure in the top 10 overall. Only 4 automatic qualifiers so far. Nicholas Alekna, the world record holder. Matthew Denny of Australia. Lucas Feiseninger of Austria. And Clemens Puffer of Germany. Christian Che, let's get his distance. 64.80. That puts him into second in this group. Andreas Gutsias, world champion back
So the
in
discus for men
2017.
is now on center
The
stage.
Lithuanian. He's in this field with the Alekna brothers and Gutsias with a decent effort as well. That looks over 64 meters. Don't think it's too close to 65. Yeah, probably just over 64 meters for Gutsias. 64.07.
So now we're going to get ready for heat 3 of the 400-meter women. Price of Jamaica looking in impeccable form, looking like medal contender. She just glides around the field easily, winning heat 2. I am impressed with what I've seen. I think she won in 50.01 or 50.02. She did it easily. Honest, she did it easily. So now we are getting ready for heat 3 of the 400-meter hurdle. Remember that Jamaica is in the last heat. I think heat 6. So Jamaica is in heat 6. That's the last heat of the 400-meter. Jamaica will be in the last heat of the 400-meter. Jamaica qualified from heat 1 and heat 2 so far. So 2 out of 3 of our athletes are through to the next round automatically. And we are awaiting the final Jamaican in her heat.
That's that for the Slovenian. 440
So the Slovenian is out of the pole
There's the
vault.
European champion.
She failed her final jump. So the Slovenian
Opponent
is
was
out
part of
of the
that
pole
mixed
vault.
4x4 gold medal winning team in Tokyo 3 years ago.
One of only
So
three
heat
women
3
to run 40
is now on track.
seconds this season.
Heat
Heat 3
3
coming
of
up
the
now,
400
400
meter now
meters.
is now on track.
Round 1. Remember the first 3 in each heat advancing to the semis. All others to the repechage. Chile's Martina Wheel in the outside lane. 51.05 personal best and season's best for her. There's Amber Anning. Ran the final leg for the Brits in their mixed relay bronze medal effort behind the Netherlands and the USA.
Training mate of Keisha Price at the University of Arkansas, British champion as well.
Mangione in 7, Paulo Moran from Mexico in lane 6, Portuguese Acevedo in 5. There's the Brazilian Marino. Onujuebu from Nigeria.
Claver coming off with 2 back-to-back personal bests in 8 days. 44-64 at the Diamond League in Monaco, backing it up with 49-64. I don't know. I'm still thinking about the men. 49-64 and 49-58 recently to place third in that fast London Diamond League. She's also silver medalist from the World Indoors this year. We see Amber Anning, 49-51 at her best.
No one is faster than she has been, either personal best or season's best in this event. Claver in lane 2, the Dutch girl, closest to her with 49.58. The Nigerian, Onujuebu at 19.
Oh, there's a false start. They have been called back.
It's rare to see false starts in the one-lap race.
There's a
Even in the
false
200
start.
meters, you don't want. I'm not sure. It looked possibly like lane 6, but we'll see.
For obvious reasons, a start not as critical over 400 meters as it would be in the shorter sprints.
It's not uncommon to see the reaction times of being 0.2, 0, 0 or more in the 100 meters. You want it to be under that. You want it to be, the legal limit is 0.1, 0, 0. 400 meter runners typically react much slower. Green card for the field. So we'll line it up again. Adding fastest in the field on paper. Onujuebu from Nigeria. It's actually the first Nigerian woman to run under 51 seconds since the great Falida Clelat Ogunkoya back in 2001.
Off clean this time. Good early running there from the Brit. Anning Moran of Mexico has made a solid start as well. Onujuebu of Nigeria also doing some really good work there in lane 3 in the green. Really storming down the back stretch. Claver from the Netherlands on her inside also doing well. Anning, I think, has the overall lead with 120 meters to go. Onujuebu of Nigeria chasing her, and there goes Claver on the inside. These are the top 3 at the moment. Into the home stretch they come. Claver charges forward to take command. Onujuebu weakens in third. Anning on the outside looks really comfortable and is regaining the lead as she stops the clock at 49.68.
Wow,
Pretty even run there from Anning.
that
Never
is easy.
got flustered at all when Clabber changed gears down the back stretch. Anning
That
gets
was
a good win
easy by
here
the
ahead of
Great
Clabber.
Britain athlete.
Yeah, these are
Great
extremely
Britain athlete winning in
impressive performances
49
by the women. 49
plus.
seconds in the first round.
That's
Running,
really
women are
easy.
running 50.9 and having to run again in the repecharge round. But Annie, fastest on paper, comes through. She led the majority of the race. On the Juego, looked like she was going to make a strong move for second, but Claver overtaking her on the straightaway. Claver is a very experienced runner on the European circuit. Has made World Championship finals, the last two finals, medalist at the World Indoors. But Anning proving her class.
49.68. Anning wins. 49.96. Clabber in second. Moran from Mexico in third at 51.04. Those are the automatic qualifiers for the semis.
Yeah, also important to point out that both Claver and Anning had runs in the mixed 4x4 for Great Britain and the Netherlands. In fact, I think Claver had two runs, both the heats and the final for the Dutch team. Okoye of Great Britain in the men's discus throw. 6-1-1-7, his best. He is ninth in this group. Doesn't have a chance of making it to the final. Joseph Brown, the American, 61-68 in round two. No, nowhere close. Takes a deliberate fall, and he will not make progress either. That's the end of his campaign. 3 world champions, 3 global champions sitting outside automatic qualification positions at this stage. Daniel Stoll of Sweden
So it's
in
the
8th, Christian
discus
Chia of Slovenia
show.
in 9th, and Andreas
It's the
Gutsius of
discus
Lithuania
show taking
in 10th.
stage.
12th position at this stage, Alex Rose of Samoa with 62.88. Three Jamaicans in very good qualifying positions. Travis Michael in 5th, Roger Stoner in 6th, and Ralford Munnings in 7th. It will be the first time that 3 Jamaicans have qualified for a field event final at the Olympic Games. It will be the first time that any English-speaking Caribbean country has qualified 3 competitors to a field event final at the Olympic Games. Pretty historic moment coming up for the land of wood and water.
They achieved that at Worlds last year in the men's long jump, didn't they?
Made it over.
Yes, but never at the Olympic Games.
You need to check. You need to check.
So Heat 4 is coming up on track now for the women's 400 meter flat. Heat 4 is coming up on track now for the women's 400 meter flat. So after the 400 meter round 1, the final event for the morning session will be the 200 meter multi-round. So the 400 meter Heat 4 is now on
Barbados'
track.
best opportunity for a medal at the Paris Olympic Games. The 2-time defending champion from the Bahamas is also in this lineup. Roxana Gomez, 4th at the Pan American Games in 2019. She's in 9. Ella Esther Joseph of Nigeria in 8. Shawnee Miller-Weebo in lane number 7.
She's had a baby last year, came back really quickly for one of the World Championships. Has not been in anywhere close to her best form. Season's best set earlier this year of only 53.02 seconds.
Yeah, Victoria Ohurugu there. And here is Shirley Williams, the Barbadian two-time World Championship bronze medalist. 49.80 this season. That was done in the semi-final round of the Jamaican Championships.
She's raced sparingly this year, but she knows how to get on the podium. She's been on the podium in the last 2 World Championships, placing 3rd. Kazmarek here from Poland. She is the European champion, one of only 3 women to dip under 49 seconds. She did it twice, 49, 48, 98 at the European Championships, and again, second behind Price of the London Diamond League with a personal best of 48.19.
Pretty tough heat. What sort of shape is this woman in? No doubt one of the greats of women's 400 running, the 6th fastest woman in history at 48.36.
It's going to be a fast heat. So we'll know from this heat what type of shape she is in.
You referenced over her coming back after giving birth, but there's also a reported hamstring issue that she's been bothered with in recent months.
The two-time defending champion, Shawnee Miller-Weebo in lane number 7. Shirley Williams, the Barbadian, two-time World Championship bronze medalist. And going out well is Joseph of Nigeria, the African champs bronze medalist. Kaczmarek ranging up beautifully in lane number 4, the pole. Shirley Williams running an even race through the first 200 meters. Victoria Ohurugu, the Commonwealth Games silver medalist, also moving well. Shawnee Miller-Weebo, the two-time Olympic champion, has stopped. Kaczmarek leads Shirley Williams. They enter the straightaway. 3 short to go through. Williams is comfortable. So too is Kaczmarek. She checks to her right. Roxana Gomez coming through on the outside to get second, I think, ahead of Williams, who eased on the line. Very, very close. Kaczmarek, the European champion, wins their first round heat, and one of the greatest to have ever done it, Shawnee Miller-Weebo, exits unable to finish her first round heat at the Olympic Games here in Paris.
Yes, another tough blow for the Bahamas, where both their Olympic champions, Stephen Gardner, did not even participate. Shawnee Miller-Weebo, who Lance had said was struggling with some injury issues. She did not finish at the Bahamian Championships in the 200 meters. And we see that she's unable to finish here. Very, very tough for them.
Yeah, Sharika Jackson, Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price, Stephen Gardner, and now Shawnee Miller-Weebo, 4 Caribbean greats unable to complete their schedule here at the Olympic Games.
Yeah, it's uncertain whether they'll be able to make it back in 4 years. You know, Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price will not be. But
are you sure? We thought Marlene Otte wouldn't make it back either after 1996 and after 2000, and she did.
Well, she turned up in other colors as well, so I'm not sure Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price will do that too. But Kaczmarek running sub 50 for the win. Miller-Weebo, tough way to.
Yeah, Natalia Kaczmarek, 49.98. Roxana Gomez, a season's best, 50.38. And Shanae Williams was pretty comfortable at 50.45.
Yeah. Cuban, of course, was a finalist at the last Olympics. But Williams looks good. She looks really good.
All right, let's wrap up men's discus throw qualifying. There you have it, Mikola Selekna, the world record holder.
So the 3 Jamaicans are qualified for the discus
the 3
final.
Jamaicans making it through: Travis Michael, Jay Stoner, and Ralford Mullings. Christian Che, the 2022 world champion. Andrea Scutzias, the 2017 world champion. They are in. Alex Rose, who has thrown over 70 meters this year, he gets through as the 12th qualifier from Samoa with 62.88. There are some of the men missing out, including the American Andrew Evans and Martinus Aletna, the 23-year-old older brother of the world record holder Nicholas Aletna. This is Rashida Adeleke, second at the European Championship behind Cash Barrett. I think she'll medal here.
Yeah, she has a really good chance of medaling. She's a training mate of Julian Alfred, the 100-meter gold medalist. Also, Dina Asher-Smith is a training mate. She beat them earlier this season, running a windy 10.84 in Austin, Texas. I'm not going to say that's where I live, Ricardo. But she has the foot speed to do it. I remember standing up next to her this year at the Texas Relay. She's pretty tall. She's lean, and she's been in extremely good form.
She certainly has. 49.07, her best time coming in.
So heat
Another
5
really tough heat
of the
because
400 meter
Marlene
flat
Paulino
women is
lines
now
up in this
on
one.
track.
Heat 5 coming up.
So heat 5 of the women's 400 meter is now on track. So heat 5, the next Jamaican will be in heat 6, the final heats of the 400 meter flat. So heat 5 is now on track. I'm turning over to the commentary.
2019, 22, and 23, reaching the semis in 2019 and 22. Manuel, lane 8, lane 9, mostly from Ireland there in lane 8. There's the American Alia Butler in lane 7.
She finished second of the U.S. trials in a personal best of 49.71.
Dominican Republic's Our Lady Paulino, second to Shone Milawibo at the Tokyo Olympics.
World champion, world number 1, is known for her final 100 meters, especially that last 50 meters.
There's Alia Abrams, Guyana. Belgium's Cynthia Bolingo.
She finished 5th last year at the World Championships in Budapest. At her best, 49.96, but this season only 52.96.
Kiran is in lane 2.
So they're on their marks.
Of 6 heats. Paulino, currently world number 1 ranked. We just saw a few minutes ago the exit of the defending champion, Shone Milawibo, who stopped midway her 400-meter heat 4.
Paulino placed second behind Milawibo at the World Championships also in Eugene in 2022. She's coming off a 2 season best, Oswald Diamond League, where she ran 49.30, and more recently, about a month ago, she ran 49.20 to win the Paris Diamond League. So she's in form.
Yeah, and although she's only the 6th fastest in the world this year with that 49.20, Paulino is still many people's favorite to win the gold medal.
She'll be under pressure. Several women have run under 49 seconds, and many are in the mid 49s. It's going to be exciting as this 400 meter, the women's 400 meter, develops over the next few rounds.
As we saw last night in the men's 100 meters, sometimes it's more than just about running fast prior to the final.
Here's Paulina, picture of concentration in lane 5. She gets up really well.
They're off.
And immediately goes in chase of those on her outside. Alia Abrams from Ghana. A little bit off pace down the back stretch. She has some running to do down the home stretch, but Paulina is now taking command. She accelerates toward the 200-meter mark, and the Dominican Republic star is in control. On the outside, Ireland's Maudsley is running well. Abrams is trying to come through on the inside now for the Ghanese, but Paulino is in front by about 8 or 9 meters and looking very, very strong. As we did expect, the USA's Alia Butler is in second spot. Ireland's Maudsley chasing Abrams from Ghana way back in fifth, 49-43. A very, very solid and impressive run here from Paulino.
And the one thing we know about Paulino is that she knows and she will usually repeat her performances. We don't worry much about drop off between the rounds. She runs hard, she turns back up. She's run mixed relays before, turned back up, and won major medals. But she was not joking. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks since she's raced, and she still looks extremely, extremely good.
Yeah, I just wonder if she wanted a blowout here this morning, because she went pretty hard for 350 meters before cruising home. But you are right, Uba, in the past she has run mixed 4x4s and still produced really fast times in the flat 400 meters. She did not do the mixed 4x4 here, and so a lot fresher this time around. I wonder if that makes her more dangerous.
I think so, Ricardo. She seems to be extremely focused.
Abrams back in fifth at 51.55, a season's best for
So
her.
heat 5 of
Paulina,
the 400 meter
49-42,
hurdles,
50-52.
400 meter flat, sorry,
The top two
is
finishers there,
completed.
top three advancing to the semis.
The winner, the Caribbean athlete.
50.71.
Let's go back to the pole vault. We have the Great
Our
Britain
leader's
champion.
in trouble. Molly Country of Great Britain, third attempt at 4:55, comes
Oh.
down on the bar. That could have been catastrophic for her physically, emotionally, and mentally, though. She is going to be distraught. Her countrywoman failed to go clear at 4:40, and she is desperately trying to hold back the tears. Disappointment when she was only third at the European Championship. I put to you even bigger disappointment here that she hasn't made the Olympic final. I think she's going to be inconsolable here. She does well to put on a smile, but she's struggling to hold it all in. Here are the qualifiers for the women's pole vault. 4:55, enough to get in. Katie Moon, the defending champion from the USA, is there. Katerina Stefanidi, the Olympic champion in 2016, she's there along with her Greek teammate, Adamapoulou. Wow. The pole vaulters really struggled this morning. 4:55, good enough to make the Olympic final when the guaranteed height was 470, 15 centimeters off that. And the biggest casualty, Molly Country, no height for her.
Huge disappointment because she made the height, but she fell off the bar. Thought she comfortably made the height.
When it's not going your way, it's just not going your way. There's Rashida Adalike, the European Championship silver medalist. She won a European junior double at 100 and 200 meters, so she has real speed of it, which is what you probably saw in that 100 race against Dina Asher-Smith.
Yeah, she's the Irish record holder in the 100, 200, and 400 meters.
Nicole Caicedo goes in lane number 9, won the 200 at last year's South
So
American
heat
champ.
6
She
is
was
now
also
on
third at
track.
400. Janelle Brumfield, the
Jamel
Jamaican, has already
Brumfield
run
is
2
in this
rounds
race.
of 4x4 mixed relay, and she was at the stadium last night for the 100 final. Alexis Holmes, when in the past she's been a relay star, she gets her shot at individual glory. The American goes in lane 7. Lara Vondrova, the 24-year-old from the Czech Republic, starts in lane number 6 with the European silver medalist Rashida Adeleke from Ireland in 5. 49.07 her best when she finished second at the Euros. She said that she was nowhere near peak. Aguilar of Colombia, Lauren Gale of Canada, and Miranda Charlene Kutze of South Africa. She's won the last 2 African championships. 50.90 at her best, 50.91 this year.
I'm interested to see what Adeleke is able to produce. Holmes finished third at the U.S. Olympic trials, a personal best of 49.78. She said, Ricardo, she's known mostly for the 4x4 and relay running, so she gets the opportunity to prove herself.
Why she must be banned?
She's out.
Why she must be banned?
Outside lane, so she'll have to run hard. She's in lane number 7.
Let us see what you're going to do now.
In the
Let us see what you're going to do now.
At the World Championships in Budapest last year.
They're on their marks.
That
Set.
was a great watch.
And there's a false start. There is a false
And
start.
then she also was responsible for
There's a false
the
start.
U.S. mess up
In the 4x4
in the 4x4. The ups and downs of sports.
of life.
Yes, indeed.
Chanel Bromfield has a rather scared look on her face.
She sure does.
Already 2 rounds of mixed 4x4 for the Jamaican team that set a national record in the first round. Finished 5th, upgraded to 5th. I think they crossed the line 6th. A red card has been given to Caicedo.
That is so unusual to see a 400-meter runner disqualified. Earlier we saw
Oh,
a recall
Caicedo is out.
in one of the earlier heats, but it was a green
Caicedo is
card given
out.
to the entire,
She's
to the
being
entire
red
field.
carded.
Oh yes, it was clearly. And unlike the 100-meter runners who would typically protest and say, hey, I heard something, the 400-meter runners don't seem as savvy. You're supposed to protest.
That's because they're not often in the situation.
Correct.
There's Alexis Holmes. Final heat of the women's 400 meters. The top 3 guaranteed
They're off.
a semi-final place. Alexis Holmes has gone out well, and Dedeke is moving beautifully down the back stretch too. Alexis Holmes settles into the first 200 meters. The South African cuts it from lane number 2, also reaching up. Adeleke comes into the straightaway with the advantage. Holmes is back in second. Kutze is running well. Chanel Bromfield is off the pace, the Jamaican. Oh, Adeleke looks really good here. She's looking left, she's looking right, and she's going away. Alexis Holmes finishes well, so does Bromfield. Holmes is second. Bromfield gets the third and final automatic qualifying spot. The European silver medalist
barely
looking
make
in
it.
striking form
Lord
like so
of
many
His
of the top
mercy.
women in qualifying this
Boy.
morning. The women's
She
400
see the light of
semifinals
flash
will
in
be
front of
cracking,
her and
and Chanel
run to
Bromfield
the end.
will be there, the third Jamaican
Yeah,
advancing
why would
this
she be
morning.
banned?
Top 4, the English-speaking
They
Caribbean.
tell
No
me say
Shauna
because she and
Miller-Weeble.
Noella is
Alia
involved.
Ibrahim,
No,
the
sir.
Guyanese, didn't qualify automatically either, as Rashida Adeleke comes through qualifying with ease.
Yeah, she's looking to see her positions coming off that final turn. Very beautiful runner. Great form. Using her height,
Okay.
checking right and
This
left to
girl,
make sure that no one sneaks up on
Look
her.
like she one
She's
of the
aware of
contenders
Alexis
for the
Holmes,
medal.
who's also a sub 50
She,
runner at a best.
the Jamaican
Here
girl,
we see
and the Dominican
Adeleke
Republic girl. are the three
crossing the
top
line with
athletes. That
ease. And Brumfield coming up to get that crucial third automatic qualifying spot so she does not have to run yet another 400 meters. As you said, Ricardo, this is going to be a cracking semifinal.
Surely will. A third 400-meter run of these games for Brumfield, who appear to me the Jamaican team edging out the very experienced Stephanie Ann McPherson at the trials.
Yeah, producing her first sub 51 performance of the year in the semifinals of Jamaica Trial, and then being able to come through and make the team. But here we see Delicate effortlessly moving down the straightaway. Bunks in. You look at the relaxed cheeks. Looks like a training run.
Sure does. So much quality in the women's 400 meters, like so many of the events at the Paris Olympic Games. So many of the events so open. I don't know, Oba, if you have witnessed an Olympic Games with so many events so wide open. Adeleke 50.09, Alexis Holmes 50.35, Brumfield 51.36. Getting into the semifinals, the others will have to go through the repechage to try and get into the semifinal round.
Yeah, Ricardo, there are a lot of events where there's a lot of parity among the top performers.
There are the qualifiers. Paulina leading the way at 49.42. Amber Anning looked really good as well at 49.68. 5 women under 50 seconds in qualifying. The world leader, Nikisha Price, she is there at 50.02. Shanae Williams, the Barbadian, 50.45. And Janelle Brumfield, the slowest of all the qualifiers, at 51.36. As she gets ready for her fourth 400 run of these games. And of course, there will be 4x4 as well for the women, which she'll be expected to be a part of.
A lot of running to do still.
Just one piece of business to deal with for this morning session. Day number 5 of athletics. Day 1 was all about the walk. Day 2, we had a lot of talk. And while we got to day 3, yeah, we got in the results. Julian Alfred dominant in the women's 100 meters. And then a men's 100 final on Sunday for the ages. Tia Lafon also on day number 3 winning gold for the English-speaking Caribbean. Dominica's first ever at an Olympic Games. And yet, there is still so much drama to unfold. Those fans are locked in, ready for it all. Twists and turns. Gosh, we've seen so much of it already. Just can't predict what will happen at these Olympic Games, on or off the track. Yeah, it's been that type of an event.
And it was great to have the Prime Ministers of Dominica, Roosevelt Skerritt and St. Lucian PM Philip J. Pierre on our Prime show yesterday. Just soaking up the glory and the historic achievements of their star
the
athletes.
final for the
one
women
from
is not
Dominica
today.
And Julian Alfred from St. Lucia.
Hold on, let me check.
In a world.
Let me check, people, what is going to be happening later today. So today at 12, we'll have the men's pole vault. At 12:04, we'll have the men's 3,000 steeplechase. At 12:55, we'll have the men's 200-meter round one. At 1:30, we'll have the women's discus throw. At 2:15, we'll have the women's 5,000 meter. And at 2:47, we'll have the women's 800-meter final. So we'll not have the 200-meter final today. Let me repeat again. For the afternoon session starts at 12:04 p.m. Jamaica time. At 12:04, you will have the 3,000 men steeplechase round one. Then at 12:55, we'll have the men's 200-meter round one. And at 1:30, we'll have the women's discus throw. At 2:15, we'll have the women's 5,000 meters. And at 2:47, we'll have the women's 800 meter. So that is what will happen for the rest of the day. So the last event that will be on track will be the women's 200-meter multi-round. What we mean by multi-round? Anybody in the comment section? Respect my boss. So the last event will take place in the next 2 minutes. It's the 200-meter multi-round. 200-meter multi-round. That's the last event of the morning session. The 200-meter multi-round. The repechage. The repechage is just a system that it allows the athletes who did not qualify to get to compete against themselves, and then they will select the best performers from those persons to place in the semifinals. So if a top athlete did not perform because of whatever issues there is, that athlete will get an opportunity to recover from that. Which I personally like the repertoire system. I personally see the importance of it. So now we're going to go to the 200-meter women multi-round. The athletes are on track. The athletes are on track.
And at the National Stadium in Barbados, named after Mr. Wedderburn.
Yes, indeed.
But he didn't win that medal for Barbados. It was one for the British West Indies. Shadi Williams, who we saw earlier on, will be trying to join Obadelia's medalist for Barbados in Olympic history.
Oh, so the multi-round is the same thing as
Award winners, outstanding performance.
me get it now. Me get it.
A couple of years ago in Kingston.
Me get it. Understand.
Kyron McMaster, Chantel Malone, among the big names to come out of the BVI in the past. But there she is.
Okay, me get it.
Standing junior.
I
Also
understand
a very
now.
good long jumper.
Yes. She actually interrupted one of her sprints to win the long jump at the Caribbean Games and then went back to the starting blocks to compete.
I remember that.
Yeah.
She is also the U.S. high school indoor record holder for the 200 meters with that 22:33 clocking.
Yeah, 4 years. Tahisha Harrigan had been the standard bearer for the British Virgin Islands as far as women's sprinting is concerned. And now Tahisha Hodge, still a teenager, is taking that mantle.
Yes, I believe she will be enrolling in the University of Georgia.
That's where Laverne Spencer went to, I think, the St. Lucian jumper.
Also, I'll give you a chance. Debian Ferguson.
Debian Ferguson, that's right.
The great Bahamian.
So there's Adija Hodge. Didn't make it automatically in the 200 heats. She has the repechage now to get her act together. Madoga from Canada in 8. Hodge from the BVI in 7. Imanolido of Greece in 6. Nazarene of Ecuador in 5.
They're off.
4. Hodge starts well. Second from left of your screen. Being chased though. Bozzolo from Portugal in lane 4 is coming through very, very fast. And Bozzolo
So
is
heat
coming
one
off
of
the
the
turn in front with the Canadian.
multi-round
Bozzolo
is
ahead.
off,
Hodge
and it
fighting
looked
here
like
for a spot, and the Canadian finds an extra gear, 22:58 for Jackie Madogo.
so the Canadian win.
Personal best.
The Canadian win that in 22:58,
So
putting
this extra
herself
round
into the
seems to have benefited.
semifinals.
Hodge fought extremely well up the
So the
straightaway.
Canadian winning that heat
See the
one.
great athlete on the track crying. It's the winner who automatically advances and the next two fastest times.
So it's the winner advancing
Hodge's
out
build
of
up to the Olympic
each
Games had been
heat,
hampered by
plus
a bit
the
of an
top
injury. I
two
think she had an
fastest
ankle
time
injury
out of the
a
4
couple of months
heats.
ago that disrupted her training for the Paris Olympics here. There she is, struggling, looking for a top finish here, but Canadian Madogo really explodes over the last 30 or 40
So
meters when the
heat one
pressure was
is
on
up
and
and
pulled away from
over.
her rival. Strong
We're
looking
going to
Canadian
heat
just
2.
pulls away there from Hodge and the Greek athlete Imanolido.
Yeah, Hodge is still only 18 years old, showing a lot of grit and heart to be able to fight to get that second place. We'll see if it's fast enough to make it to the semifinals.
Yeah, the next fight.
In a world.
So heat 1 is over. Heat 2 is next. Give me a minute, people. So heat 2 is going to come on in short order. So heat 2 now is
For a long
on.
way, but didn't have the energy in deep stretch.
So that 22.94 is what we're going to keep our eye on for non-winners. Kone from the Ivory Coast.
So heat 2
At our best,
lineup
22.87.
athletes are on track. Heat 2 lineup athletes are on track.
Hungary, 22.71 this season. The Ivory Coast has a good 4x1 relay, except the veteran Louis Jose
Smith hurt in the 100.
hurt in the 100, and I don't believe they're deep enough to replace her. See the Brazilian Lorraine Martins at our best 22:59. The season only 23:23. See the Greek athlete. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with her. Is it the fact that she only placed third in her heat and therefore has to wait, or is something else going on?
She looks distressed.
She does.
Yeah, so it could be something physical as well. Second heat of the women's 200 repechage coming up.
Tony again.
There are 4 of these repechage heats. The Italian Kadari had been listed to start in this event, but she's a withdrawal. Shooting lead from China. She races on the inside lane.
23:06 at her best.
Realize the music I play. Not even I realize the music I play. Oh, sleep. So the music is in the background, so I have to take away the audio. As soon as the music stops, I will continue.
Another opportunity to get a race in your legs. For the longer events, I think you feel it more.
Yeah.
So the 400 meters, 400 meter hurdles, all the way up to 1500 meters, you're going to feel it a little bit more. But this gives athletes who have not had that chance to race an opportunity, because often what happens is the top performers are the ones getting the invitations to those races. So unless you have been a top performer that year or have a high world ranking, you will not have that chance to race after your national championships.
Yeah.
Second repechage, 18 women's 200 meters. La première qualifiée pour les demi-finales.
So heat 2 is on track. Heat 2 is on track. Heat 2 is on track for the women's 200 meter repechage. So this is the opportunity where these ladies get an opportunity to qualify for the semifinals. It's the winner from each heat will automatically qualify, and the top 2 fastest time from the 4 heats will qualify for the semifinals of the 200 meter women. So heat 2 is now on track. Heat 2 now is on track.
Takak's the quickest in this
So
field
now
this
turn
year
over to the
with her
commentary.
22:71 clocking.
Set.
And they're off. It's pretty even
Has started
at this
really
point.
well there in lane 4 for Cameroon. On the
Pretty
outside,
even.
Suarez from Ecuador doing some good work as
The
well.
Cameroonian
Coming off
looks
the turn
good.
in front.
She's in the lead. The
Takak's
Cameroonian
on the
looks
outside
comfortable. It looks like Cameroon will
Hustle
take
and
this.
fighting hard. She
Will take
the
this.
victory here
The
by about a
Hungarian
meter and a half
athlete
in
is second.
22:89.
The Hungarian athlete is second.
That was
The
not
Cameroonian won in a time of 22:89, and Hungary coming in at second in a time of 23:05. So let me check the first heat 23:05. So the first heat was faster than the second. So the British Virgin Islands second in heat 1 of 22:94 would have qualified over the second place in heat 2, which ran 23:05. So we're moving on to heat 3 of the repertoire 200-meter women. So it is heat 3 coming up next. Heat 3 coming up. Heat 3 coming up next. Give me a minute, people. So heat 2 is over. The, the athlete from heat 1 has a faster time than the athlete from heat 2 second place. So the heat 1 athlete second place has a faster time than heat 2 athlete. So right now the heat 1 athletes will be qualifying as a second place team. So we're going on to the third play, the third heat now. So remember, it is the winner from each heat and the top two second place from the four heats will qualify to the semifinal. So that is what is going to be happening. So we're waiting for heat 3 of the repertoire. So we're waiting for heat 3 to come up. After heat 3, then heat 4, and then that will be it for the morning session. So, so just two more race leave for the morning session, people. Heat 3 and heat 4, and then that will be it for the morning. Just two more heats left for the morning session. Just two more heats left for the morning session. So for heat 3, we will have, so the winner of heat 2 is from Ivory Coast of a time of 22:89, and the second place from Hungary with a time of 23:05, and the second place in heat 1 has a time of 22:94. The Canada won Heat 1 in a time of 22:58, and the British Virgin Islands came second with a time of 22:94, which is faster than the time in Heat 1 of the Hungarian athlete of 23:05. So the British Virgin Islands look like they're on the verge of qualifying for the semi-final of the 200 meters. Now we're going to have to watch the second place in Heat 3 and Heat 4 to confirm if the British Virgin Islands will be in the semifinals of the women's 200 meter. Now we're going to Heat 3. The athletes are on track. Hold on there. See, this girl,
Fan of Neil Diamond. Really, really huge fan of Neil Diamond. Actually invited him to his home. So
this girl, so in Heat 3, the Italian will not start. Only 5 athletes are in Heat 3. Only 5 athletes are in Heat 3.
Family has a musical background on my mother's side.
this is Heat 3 in the repechage for women's 200. Nicole Caicedo of Ecuador is in lane 7. There's the Mexican Maya Garza.
Fastest personal best of everyone in the field. 22:45 at the best.
Mia Gross from Australia.
22:81 this season. That's her personal best as well. Only 5 athletes turn up for this repechage heat.
Only the winner guaranteed a spot in the next round. And the second place finisher will have to go faster than 22:94, which is pole position time at the moment being held by the BVI's Adija Hodge.
And they're off.
Pretty even start.
And they're off.
Chelsea Gross in the middle.
The Cyprus athletes looks good.
Outside,
The Cyprus athletes takes the lead.
Denmark's car stopped though.
Futipulu
Fighting for the victory.
Futipulu wins
The outside.
in a time of 22:92.
Gets the winner,
Futipulu
22:92.
wins in a time of 22.92, and the Polish athletes finished second in a time of 23:01. Still, the St. Vincent, the British Virgin Islands athletes, in Heat 1, still has the fastest second place so far. So she is still on the verge of qualifying with the time of 22:94, and the second place just ran 23:01. So she's still, the British Virgin Island athlete is still on the verge of qualifying for, she is qualified. Yes, she is qualified. She is qualified now. She is qualified. So British Virgin Island is in the semi-final of the 200 meters. Now the final heat of the 200 meter multi-round is on, will be on track. So this is the final event, people. Uh, so we have the final event now to decide the semifinals for the
down the middle of the track just now, who was fighting really hard for the win.
So now the final event, we're waiting for the final event. So the final event is on track. Only 4 athletes is in this heat. 5 athletes is in this heat. One, two, three, four, six. So it is
They
six
represent
athletes.
their country to the world.
So it's 6 athletes in the final event on track. 6 athletes in the final event on track. One, two, three, four, five, five. I just saw six, but it's five. Hold on, I saw tell you exactly how much person. I'm say five, I say six, I say four. I'm not sure. So we're going to look at the final event for the morning session. Remember, people, this is the final race for the morning session. The evening session starts at 12. The evening session starts at 12. So after that, so the evening session starts at 12. As soon as this is over, I will go to finish my nap. So the last event on track, the athletes are being announced. So the last so the final heat of the 200 meter. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 athletes. 6 athletes in this heat. 6 athletes in this heat for the final event for the morning session.
Safronova from Kazakhstan and Lindahl from Sweden. Here's Spanish entry.
Best away is part of the Spanish 4x1 relay that placed fifth at the World Championships in 2022 Eugene.
So it's the final event on track. They're on their marks.
Deja Hodge, the British Virgin Islands, sits as the first fastest loser with a 22.94.
This event here has the making of a competitive finish. because quite a few of these athletes have
Set.
close season's best times.
They're off.
So
they're off.
Conte from Switzerland has run a very, very fast first 80 meters and
The
looks to
Swiss
come up the
athlete
turn
is in
front
the
here in
lead.
red. Best away from Spain, trying to come forward. The Australian.
Oh, the Australian
Lewis
take
has
the
advantage.
lead.
Lewis leads. Best away from Spain is in second spot. Pointe from Switzerland fighting hard. There goes Vervey from Belgium, fast on the outside. 23.08, the winning time for Lewis. So she is in.
So
And
the Australian winning that one.
second and third
So
place
the Australian winning that one.
from the BVI
So
and Emanuelidou from Greece are safe. There they are.
So the Australian winning that one. So people, thanks for joining me for this morning session. The British Virgin Island girl lady is in. So thank you. I will see you for the afternoon session. Big up to everybody. Please to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that the channels can grow. Respect, peace.
As soon as possible, what we see